Hey folks, this is Troy with Human Touch. We've had a lot of people asking about the NOVO XT and some of the advanced features on it. So that's exactly what I'm about to go over with you right now. Apologize for the sounds and that sort of thing and the glare on the remotes. I don't have this chair all that often. So anyway, we'll get right started. So the XT is a great chair. It is a little different than the NOVO. This is basically the remote. Obviously you'll have your manual, guys. The manual is like a picture book. If you go to page 8, it has a full layout of the remote, what each individual icon means, what each button does. Very simple. Has what all the programs do here, so you should definitely check that out. But we're going to go over some of the advanced techniques. Okay, for example, find all your auto programs, obviously through auto. If you like the lumbar stretch, if you've ever seen us during a show and we've done that for you, those are the energized programs. You have Shiatsu, Swedish, Sports, Thai, and just stretch. Stretch will just stretch you and not provide as much of a massage. Swedish is the lighter version of this of this program. So again, if you refer to this, it tells you what the difference between Shiatsu, Swedish, Sports, and Thai are. So you should review that. If you ever want to go back to the menu screen, just hit the menu button and it will show that. A few things that I've had people ask me in regards to this is how to operate manual. So when you do manual, you enter it, and guys, I'm controlling this all by up, down, left, right, and hitting OK to select. All right. So do kneading, tap and touch, percussion, Shiatsu, which is more of rolling when you're in manual. If you want something to just roll up and down your back like a rolling bed or rolling table. Kneading and percussion, and audio sync. That's how you sync it to your phone. As far as for it to massage you to the rhythm of the music, you would actually sync your phone through, go to menu, settings, and Bluetooth. You would turn that on, okay, and then you would go to your phone and see the NOVO on there, or it might be the NOVO XT. So if you ever want to change language, obviously that's there as well. Change the time of your massage, the stretch, okay. It usually comes on default, pulling your legs down, which creates more of a lumbar stretch. You can also pull your legs out. This creates a little bit more of a hip stretch. I feel a little bit more in the quads and the hips. So anyways, that's very cool. You can control the foot speed, okay. You can put it on fast. Fast rollers, in my opinion, actually provide a much lighter massage. The thing that does increase or decrease the intensity as well is the compression that you put on your feet. So, but if you put it on slow, if you put those rollers on slow and they're slowly pressing through the muscles, it is quite a bit more aggressive. So I find it to be a lot less aggressive if you put it on fast. If you do not make a selection, it will automatically bring you back to the manual or to this main screen. So you just hit menu. Again, we'll go to settings, and then now intensity, okay. So this is the other thing I want to show you guys. On the XT, you can change the intensity on the back. Soft, obviously there's 5, you have about 5 levels of intensity. So if you can't take it really intense, then obviously you can start off soft. All of the auto programs will vary in intensities. So if you feel like it's a little too strong, then try to change it. Now, when you're in an auto program, for example, we'll go to awake, and then I'm going to do Swedish, right? You're going to set your height setting. Okay, you should know this after you've sat in the chair a couple times. You put it on either 7 or 8 or 6 or wherever you're at. So now if I wanted to change the setting, the 3D here, 5, that's immediately starting pretty much as aggressive as the chair can get as far as the back robotics. Now it just went down to 3, so it's about 50%. And again, the auto programs will vary back and forth in intensities. If I wanted to change that, I go to settings, intensity. Now I can put it on soft, But that doesn't mean, again, this is a varied type massage. It is already programmed. Sorry, the shoulder compression is moving. It is already set, so I can put it on soft, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to move back to 2 or 3 or 4 during this program. So if you want to fully control that intensity and not have it increase or decrease, then your best bet to do that is to go to manual. Again, choose the type of massage you want. Let's say kneading, it's often the softest. If that's still even too aggressive for you, then I would start you by doing shiatsu, which is that rolling, again, rolling up and down your spine. So so let's say you wanted to focus those rollers on a particular area on your back. We're going to go to focus, and then we can go to spots if you want to control the rollers and pinpoint a spot. Okay, so I've selected that, it's green. I'm going to hit menu a couple times. Okay, now I can control those rollers by holding the position. You'll notice the green dot. If you hold on to the down button, you will feel them roll up and down your back. You'll also see the indicator on the remote itself. So again, let's say I want it right on my shoulder blades. Let's say that's about it. I'm going to let go of it, and I'm going to let it work that spot. Let's say I wanted it to move up and down in that area now. I would hit menu, scroll down to manual, focus, zone. I can do a short zone, which is probably about 4 to 6 inches, medium zone, and a long zone. So let's say I just want to do a short zone. Again, it's highlighted green now, right? So it will do the mode or the kneading technique in that particular area. I'm going to hit the menu button a couple times so you can see it just kind of work up and down to that area. So again, if you wanted to move it all the way down to the glutes, or you wanted to do the same thing down in the head and shoulders, you have to go to menu, manual, focus, put it on spots again, right? And on spot, I'm going to hit the menu button a couple times so I can see where it's at. Now I can control this using the position button. So I'm going to hold on to the up button. Again, I'm going to bring it back up to the neck area, you know, my traps, right? So let's say in my traps, that's the cool thing about the XT. The XT is you can increase, it can provide a much better neck and shoulder massage. So it is on the lightest intensity, so I'm probably not going to be able to feel it all that much in that area. So I'm going to go to menu, settings, intensity, and let's say I'm going to put it on to 3. So that's going to dig in even more in my neck and shoulders now. So anyways, again, all this is controllable on this chair. So let's say, what else can I show you? Manual. Okay, let's say we're doing tap and touch. This kind of feels like someone's whacking you with their thumbs, right? Go to manual. So now it's doing that. It's staying in one spot. But let's say I wanted it to go up and zone, up and down in a medium size section. Then I can change the width. So if you're doing, so this is how narrow you want the rollers. Let's say I want them narrow and I want them closer to my spine. Obviously, again, you could do medium, you could do wide. Again, I'm controlling all this by going up, down, okay, and left and right, and then I'm hitting OK to select this stuff. You can change the speed in which it does this, right? So you can either have it do very slow, or obviously speed up and go much faster. So control this, play with this. You will not hurt the chair by playing with these buttons, all right, and selecting these options. So anyways, that is basically how you would control the width, how to focus on a particular zone, obviously how to change the type of massage that it's providing you, and how to control the speed of those rollers, okay? Again, play with the chair. Do not be afraid. The deep tissue programs, this is another difference with this chair. There's a few extra programs on this. These are set time. So you have the deep stretch, deep breathe, deep soothe. Try them. Again, they are going to be a little bit more aggressive. So if you feel that it's a little too much, then you may not do those as of yet. You might want to wait till your body becomes a little bit more accepting of the intensity. So let's say I want to turn the heat on, right? You see the flame there? We'll hit menu button, scroll up to heat, and then you can turn that on. So just by selecting it with hitting OK, right? There we go. And then I'm going to hit the menu button a couple other times. So cloud touch. Let's say you didn't want the shoulders to compress you. Again, we're still on the manual technique. I'm gonna go to Cloud Touch. The defaults, when this stuff turns on, is going to be on your full body, all right? So let's say I wanted the arm and shoulder off. Well, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn each one of these on individually, okay? So now my back and my waist, my legs and foot, the calves and the butt, all those compressions, those are working, but my arm and shoulders will not be. If I wanted to increase it on those calves and feet, and if I wanted to increase the intensity in those areas where the compression is, then I could do that. I could go on high and crank them all up, and they're all going to be a lot more intense. So anyways, those are all, again, if I wanted to shut off the bottom, if I wanted to shut off the back and waist, and I only wanted my leg and foot. So I'm sitting in the chair doing a foot and calf massage, and I'm having highest intensity or lowest intensity, right? Let's say it was too strong on my feet. I could go to foot speed and I could shut those foot rollers off. So you have these options, folks. So play with it again, and I hope this was helpful.